If this video is uploaded in time, it should be Valentine's Day. For all of us high schoolers, it's a time of love, joy, watching people make out in public areas, and all the other things you can enjoy. This is a time of happiness where relationships prosper, unless you're single, like us. Except for Nate. Now, time to ruin those relationships. Just kidding. But we will provide some facts, statistics, and warnings to high school relationships.
First off, let's start with very disappointing statistics. According to Huffington Post, only 2% of high school relationships will end up in a prolonged, serious relationship. That means the person that you are currently dating, if you are dating someone, will most likely not last longer than the lifespan of a goldfish.
While going through editing this, I just realized that we said that the person will not last longer than the lifespan of a goldfish rather than the relationship. Do not worry, the person will not die. That was just us being stupid. Because of people developing hormones and figuring out who they are, people make decisions that might not be thought out all the way before it is made. People are changing all of the time, and in high school, where you are constantly changing and finding out who you are, it is very hard for your relationship to make it far or last a while.
A serious portion of this video, we want to talk about how certain high school relationships can negatively affect your future. A lot of high schoolers, with their increase of hormones, want to participate in sex very early. Many high schoolers want to feel pleasured and sometimes will go as far as to having sex. Having sex early leads to much higher risk of teenage pregnancy and STD transmission, both which can ruin your future life. In the US, the rate of teenage pregnancy in 2016 was, according to cdc.gov, 10% for women ages 15 through 17. This does not mean that all of these people were actively having sex. If everyone at this age were actively having sex, the percentage would be much higher. And even though 10% doesn't seem like much, it really doesn't matter how big the statistic is, because you might be in that 10%.
Finally, abusive relationships. In 2017, the National Youth Risk Behavior Survey found that 8% of high school students reported physical violence and 7% reported that they experienced sexual violence from a partner in the 12 months before the survey. Another report by the CDC found that among victims of sexual violence, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner, about 26% of females and nearly 15% of males first experienced some form of violence by a partner before age 18. And even though, once again, these seem like small percentages of people, they are still people getting beaten and forced into sexual relations. I don't think you want that to happen to you. Abusive relationships are a serious issue, and they can take huge tolls on people and possibly destroy their future attempts at dating.
Despite all of these cons, there are pros. Although there aren't that many that we can think of, they mean more and tend to outweigh the cons due to pure emotion, at least from experience. Right off the bat, one major pro of being in a relationship is having someone very close to you, usually closer than most friends. This allows you to talk to someone about more personal things that your friends might not take seriously. Friends can usually be there for most events or problems, but there are things that can't be shared between friends and rather someone that you have a deeper emotional connection with.
You may have seen a few people test
love and affection
on a bucket, but you've never seen anything like mine. That's a lot of damage. How about a little more? No, that's a lot.
love and affection.
The intimate part of relationships is the feeling that draws most people into a high school relationship. Spending time with your partner can release huge doses of dopamine, ultimately making you very happy. This is where sometimes these dopamine doses no longer appease people and they end up wanting more, but ultimately relationships give you happiness that can be unobtainable from other hobbies, and when you lose it, it's like a withdrawal from a drug.
Also, dating in high school can give you more practice to have more success in your future long-term relationships. If you try to have a good relationship with no practice, it's like your first time giving a speech. it's probably not going to go as smoothly as you imagined. With more experience and practice, future long-term relationships will go smoother and be more enjoyable for both of you.
Despite anything we said in this video, have fun on Valentine's Day. Ask your crush out. Give your partner love and affection.
君の名前とかいろいろ知りたいところだが、ここを立ち去らねばならんのだよ。早い。
Be a good person. And if you're single like us, except Nate, cry and wish you had someone to be with. Or make someone else awkward. That's always fun. Anyway, thanks for watching.